Hey there, Virgo. This is Joy taking a peek into your secrets. The secrets of what? I don't know. That's why we're diving on in. It's the things that seem to be hidden in plain sight, forest for the trees, nose despite the face, the things that are lingering just right around here, that they are so close and up in your grill, or maybe even so familiar that you don't recognize them as something that can begin to turn to your advantage or to your benefit, or simply a sincere place to view them where you can get a different perspective. Okay, so that's what this channel is about, is providing you perfection. Good for you, Virgo, a perspective of yourself. And apparently it is perfection, because your lunar card coming on out is talking about your hard work is paying off. And in this case, they're talking about is paying out. Not just something that it feels good to check the list off and to get it clean and clear and get that off your head. They're literally talking about the payout, the cha-ching. We got some gold, we got some justice coming on in, we got the cam coming on in. Baby, you can sit in this chair for a minute. Y'all hang on a second. You want your almonds? Okay. Your almonds in your drink. So anyways. Oh, you're good, babe. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get into the center of this. And then when I'm done, you ready to go?
Yeah, is my jacket up there?
Mm-hmm. It is. It's right here. There you go. Do you want your almonds? You can just chill right there.
Actually.
The what?
The chai.
Yeah, here. Hold this and take this. There we go. Perfect. You want to chill? You better photobomb this read and say hi. Yeah, this is for Virgo. Jessica's a Virgo.
That's cool.
Look at that. There's some Spirit of Cups, but that's the healing card in this deck for sure. So I'm going to cut. And, ooh, you got something else you're saying too. 10 of Swords, hard as F, but I'm telling you, heaven is all astir. And about heaven and earth both are excited for you getting this win, Virgo. They're super excited for you, and that's what I love, because it has been hard work, maybe a lot of strife and struggle and picking up other people's paychecks, other people's jobs, other people's workloads, without the paycheck, right? They get paid while you doing the work. And it's like, it's time for Virgo to get their just reward. Everything that it is, life, heaven, and earth know what you have invested. So we're going to do one more cut to see what is in here and get to the middle. Yeah. No more self-sacrificing, okay, Virgo? That's not life's plan for you. So let's get to the middle now. Okay, so these secrets have to do with 8th house or house of Scorpio, which for you, let me pick, that would be Aries. And that is where Chiron is now. So he's wanting to go into the thick of your healing. The full, like, exhuming the body, like when they go back and they check the graveyard and they go in to see what's in there. People who are go into the tombs of the pharaohs and things to see what all has gone on, like ancient history, clearing of karma. So, oh wow, this, they're talking about you getting the just reward for all the karma that you have been overcoming, dealing with, paying off, that type of thing. That life has seen the heaviness of the burden, the full scope of your involvement. And don't judge yourself for your attitude, because I can hear you, and they're like, for your good attitude, and you're like, no, I because you're very honest with yourself, and you don't want to have that anger, that frustration of them bearing so many things, but they're like, that is natural. And anyways, so they're saying stop judging yourself for that, because you did a great job and they're really proud of you. But you're going to get the full reward for all this hell on wheels that you have gone through. And it's not just the restoration of finances, dreams, time and space for your dreams, facilitation of things, the impossible becoming possible, the miracles and all that. It also has to do with your body and the price you paid and the toll it took on your life. And not just the sacrifices of self that you made, but all the things that weren't able to be realized because you had to put your focus and attention to these other things. And they're still saying, stop judging yourself. Okay, so we're going to set that here. We're going to get the accompanying cards. Interesting. You're not even wanting to see what's behind it, but I am going to go look. Okay, so I'll bring both of those in, and I'm going to look and see what was behind it all. The Hierophant. Okay. All right, so you're letting me know a lot of the earth and signs had to suck and bear up a big part of karma, and not just like our family's karma, but the earth and karma, the world karma, because we've been in this era of earth for about the past like 400 or more years. That's a lot. Think about the Industrial Revolution. It's about everything going from people walking on foot, riding on horses, to going in cars, and how much everything has been chopped up and cut up and laid out, and even things like sewage and water pipes and things like that that are a blessing in disguise, right? But it's how do we deal? How do we adapt? So it's about they're wanting to give you some insight in how to overcome all the stress of the modern world. And it's interesting. She's showing up as Lady of Swords, but the word that you keep inserting over here is Lady of Pentacles. The Lady of Pentacles. Like, how do we survive in this modern world? It's interesting that you have those questions. You're wanting the justice about how do we bring life into balance now that we've gone through the apocalyptic 2020, where life shifted really from that earthen storefront type reality into where we order through the air. We order through the Amazon, right? We just dial things up and we order it in without a second blink, like people order a car online and don't think the first thing about it. And you're like, I know that's strange, but you're like, your brain is smoking trying to figure out how you're going to provide for yourself during this time. And you're letting me know you have some ideas. Some you talking tantra. Some sex magic. What you talking about? Well, that is very much using earthen energies, using spiritual energies through earthen vessels. But you could also do that through meditation. You can do it through cooking. Think about that. You have a desire, you combine these ingredients, you put it into the fire, and then you bring it on out. That's very alchemic. You're talking about this abundance, this profusion of delights, of delighting the senses. Delighting the senses. So what are you getting at here, Virgo? You want some pleasure restored, not just that, all the physical earthen pleasure. And there, look, victory. You have it. You have your heart's desire. You have what you request. It's been hard fought, hard won, and you're being heard. You've been heard. You've been heard. Yes. So your soul and yourself aren't going to be separated. They're getting together. And what are you going to do, soul and self, to bring about this abundant pleasure? Well, that is a Taurian energy here. And what was your card again? Your hard work is paying out. Not putting out. You already did all that. It's paying out. And it's like, ka-ching, ka-ching. You're saying rest and trust in that. Rest and trust in that. So I want to see there's a little bit of like, give me more, give me more. And I'm like, okay, so what we will do more of is we're going to get into how you feel about that, okay? And at the bottom, the balancing act. And you're like, I don't want to have to stand here and hold the line in order for my ships to come in while everybody else goes out and plays. That's how you feel about it. And the thing is like that night, I still see him charging off, and they're like, go out and play. Go out and play. They're wanting you to confront your mind about what is required of you. The rules and the regulations, the doing the right thing. And it's not just about right or righteousness or that type of stuff. It's like, well, you know, if I let go of the wheel, who's going to hold on? You got me there? If I go out and have fun like everybody else, what's going to happen to the world? But they're telling you, and this is coming from Capricorn, okay? The workhorse, or should we say the sea goat, okay, is saying, hey, take a break, go chill, go have fun, go engage in some pleasure, all right? And they're telling you to confront those old ideas of what your priorities and your values were, and not like morals, okay? That's up to you. But they're talking about where do you find the most value now? Because now that the earthen era has shifted over into plasma or into Aquarius, what brings you pleasure now? And when does it bring you bling, bling, bling? You want some earth and pleasure. You want some reward. You want some cash value. Yes. Put your money into what brings you pleasure, what you value. Okay? That's obvious. All right. Well, I like practical advice here too, Capricorn. Capricorn. That's because I just said I'm Virgo. All right, so you might check out the Capricorn reading because that is twice now that it has come up, and it has a bit more directive in there for you. Because here you're asking a question, so you keep bending it back and bending it back to how do I adjust and change my values? And it's like you need to get that monkey off your mind. It's like these old shadow minds that feel like someone's looking over your shoulders to do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right thing. What you're doing is you're really saying, I need to do the thing that everybody else isn't doing in order to bring justice and balance back. Okay. And that's why the word justice was coming out for you. It is not your job to hold down the fort on that. There's a lot of letting go that is going on, and it's not to your benefit for you to hold on for everyone else, or for you to hold on for your sake even. The air is changing, the viscosity is changing, so now it's more akin to being able to fly. Okay, so there, yeah, yeah, Knight of Swords is definitely reiterating that. To be able to fly, to be able to soar, to be able to know and to go, because you're not having to take into consideration the balance of the world where everything was tipping this one way. So you're going to have to go to this side and separate yourself in order to bring it back, because eventually the mind will be restored. They're talking about your heart being liberated. Ooh, making a choice. And they're saying, choose the one that is for you. Okay. Can I tell you the trick that I see? Follow my finger. They're talking about the and. It's not a you versus them, or this versus that, or a right versus wrong, or adult versus childlike, that type of thing. They're saying come together. Come together. And when you merge together, that teetering about, that tossing about, the boat eventually stops rocking and it comes to rest. It doesn't mean that it won't reach its destination. It will continue to move and go. It's just not being tossed about anymore. And then the progress is slow and steady, but you have to think on the earthen scale, on the massive scale of like how long it takes ice flow to move, okay? Or the seasons to change. It's that type of a thing. You can begin to make grander plans, is what I hear you saying. Ooh, and you're going to watch them come to fruition. Look at that, and let life watch over them some. I know it seems like your nature to nurture, but only to an extent. There's a part that you begin to step on the toes of nature itself, and then that can begin to diminish your returns, all right? So that's what they want you to know from the depths of their heart. And they ain't being rude saying, get off my toes, but they're just saying you're diminishing your returns. We want to give you the full reward. We see everything. We know everything. Let us bring that in. You sow the seeds and let us rain on them. And if and when the rain doesn't come for a week, then you go out there and you water it. But it's not the thinking that, oh, if I don't pay attention to this, it's not going to grow. They said that's not true. That's not true. Just because you crossed a desert doesn't mean you are the desert. All right, you are not alone, my friend. You are not alone. This, they're letting me know, is when you think that you have to choose, that you keep having to choose. They want you to do you. You do you, friend. You do you. Then when you start thinking, oh gosh, you know, really, because your soul's like, oh my God, I want to go do this and that. You're like, you know, really, I need to get all that work done. Instead, go, okay, so I've got work to do and I want to go to this fun event. How do I do both? How do I bring it together? Okay. And then go from there. All right. If you've enjoyed this, like, share, and subscribe. Check back in with me. You can leave comments down below. I love you. Bye.